Good morning and welcome back to Mr. Haas's Math Help videos. Today I'd like to add in a formula or finding a method finding an area of another one of our shapes. I'm sorry I left this out of our other video. This is an important one. It's area of trapezoids. A trapezoid is kind of like a rectangle that's kind of got a little bit of a part hanging off here. It can be a little bit like this, or like this, or like this. So what you could do if you really, wanted to, it'd get kind of tricky. You could cut off the parts and stick them on the other end. You could cut here and flip it over and cut and flip. Simpler way, use the formula. What this does, and this is B1 plus B2 divided by 2 times H. What you're doing is you are taking the average of the two bases times the height. Okay, so here's B1, there's B2. In this case, this is B1, that's B2. The bases are parallel to each other. Your height is going to be perpendicular. By perpendicular, it's a line that's at a right angle. Let me add here that right angle symbol. That means that that corner is at 90 degrees. So this is kind of you should always see this if indeed your line are at right angles to each other. Okay, so we have our 90-degree angles. This tells us that this height is perpendicular to the two bases. So you add your two bases up and then you divide it by 2. That gives you the average, right? Add up all your numbers, divide by how many numbers you added. That gives you your average or your mean, times the height. So basically we're coming up with a base times the height. Here's an example. So base 1 in this case, and you can do it either order really, doesn't matter, because 8 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 8. You're going to get 10 either way. So 8 plus 2 divided by 2, that's getting us our average base, times the height of 6. Ignore that 11. Why? It isn't perpendicular. It's there for a distractor. You're going to see that a lot of times. So just ignore that 11. So we have then our 10 that we got from adding the two bases divided by 2 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30 units. Remember that units are squared. Okay, going to do one more quick page for you. A couple more examples. More area of trapezoids. Here's a big one. This can be our B1 or this can be our B1. Either 10 or 15 works, right? 10 plus 15 is the same as 15 plus 10. So one of them is going to be B1, the other one's going to be the B2. The bases are parallel to each other, right? They're two lines that go on forever and never intersect. So 10 plus 15 divided by 2. That's 25. Divided by 2, that's 12 and a half. That's times 6. That's our height right here. There's our height. There's that perpendicular right angle symbol, 90 degrees. And that comes out to 75 units squared. Ignore the 9 and the 8. They are not perpendicular. They're there to confuse you. Remember that the height's at a right angle to the bases, kind of like a rectangle. You're kind of like making a rectangle. You're going to take these little parts. All right, remember that word perpendicular. It's a cool math word. Enjoy. Hope this helps. Bye.